This play is sponsored by the California Civil Liberties Public Education Program, a state-funded grant project of the California State Library.
This is LA Theater Works. I'm Susan Loewenberg. A tight-knit community of Mexican-American families once lived on a Los Angeles hillside in neighborhoods called Palo Verde, La Loma, and Bishop, known collectively as Chavez Ravine. It was like any other American community. It celebrated births, mourned deaths, and sent sons to fight for the U.S. in several wars. It was a shock, then, when the twin forces of eminent domain and the business of baseball leveled the community, scattering its residents and burying its history under a 56,000-seat stadium. And now, LA Theater Works presents Chavez Ravine, written by and starring the members of Culture Clash, Richard Montoya, Rick Salinas, and Herbert Sigüenza, with guest star Zilah Mendoza.
Hello, everybody, and a pleasant good afternoon to you wherever you may be. Welcome to the 1981 opening day at Dodger Stadium. Vin Scully here on a perfect Southern California day. The sun is shining over brilliant azure skies, and let me tell you, the ballpark never looked prettier, resplendent in Dodger blue. Today's broadcast brought to you by Farmer John Meat Products, the only Southern California packers of Iowa corn-fed pork. Farmer John, the way ham ought to be, Western style. Next time, try a shank or butt portion with the bone left in. And here comes rookie Fernando Valenzuela, tapped by skipper Tommy Lasorda because of an injury to starting pitcher Jerry Rice. And my, oh my, let me say now, Fernando is looking much trimmer and leaner than he did last season. Today will be quite a test for young Valenzuela. Imagine, folks, here's a young kid, speaks no English, and a little bit more than a year ago was playing far away in the childhood sandlots of a sleepy Mexican village in a place called Echquiquila, Sonora. And after a quick pull of the crotch, Valenzuela takes a breath, getting ready to make his first pitch of the year to these Houston Astros. He looks into Socia for the sign. Here comes the arms flailing back, the eyes rolling to the back of the head, weird. It's a curveball for the first strike of the game. A nice start for this matinee crowd. Fernando getting the folks on his side early. Valenzuela checking in now. Social wig wagging a couple of signs. Here comes the windup. The eyes looking skyward. We're tap foul to the left of the plate. Strike two. Now the unorthodox Valenzuela's backing off the mound now. Let me see. He's mopping his brow. He runs his left index finger along his greasy forehead. And Valenzuela now looking over to the second base area. He seems distracted, folks. I can't tell from here. Fernando's trying to say something to second baseman Davey Lopes, or if something's caught his eye in center field. I can tell you this home crowd is growing restless as Fernando's holding up the game. He's never pitched in front of this many Wild Dodger fans before. He looks confused as if though he's just seen a ghost. What on earth is Valenzuela looking at?
Fernando, I was born behind second base and raised right here on La Bishop's Road. I want to tell you about a place very close to my heart. A place most people know as Chavez Ravine. But to the familias who lived here, these were neighborhoods.
La Loma, Palo Verde, and Bishop. We never called it Chavez Ravine.
La Bishop's Road ran through the base of a canyon, located in the midst of 5 ravines.
Chavez, Cemetery, Solano, Reservoir, and Sulphur.
This area was bordered by Eco Parque, North Broadway, and Elysian Park. Some people call it a slum, Fernando.
It was no slum, man. It was home.
It was hard times, to be sure.
It was familia.
My name is Henry Ruiz. This is my kid's sister.
Maria Salgado Ruiz.
Hola.
Valenzuela talking to Steve Garvey, perhaps. That would be strange. Garvey no habla español. Oh boy, here comes skipper Tommy Lasorda heading out from the dugout. He seems to be awful angry. He seems to be saying to Valenzuela, hey kid, no more stalling, que la chingada.
Fernando, when I was born, my grandmother buried my umbilical cord under that house right there.
All the abuelas did that.
I don't really know why. I never questioned
La
it.
Sobadora, the herb lady, told us to do it.
She lived near center field.
La Sobadora's name was Juana de los Perros. She was a full-blooded Yaqui Indian. She was the lady in the neighborhood that could help you when you ate too many green apples or peaches from L'Amour Park.
Golly, some babies were born right on the kitchen table. ¿Te acuerdas, little sister?
Sure I do. When babies were born, when people died in their homes, La Sobadora, La Guana de los Perros, was there every time. These are sacred lands you're pitching on, Fernando. Long ago, burial grounds for the Tongva, Chinese, and Jewish gente. These were all beautiful hills, Nando. May I call you Nando?
Bueno.
One hill sloped down from the ridge overlooking our street. If you happened to walk down that hill's footpath, you would run directly into my back fence. And if you opened the fence's gate, you would be entering my universe. My universe consisted of my father's garden.
Nopales, fig, loquat, apricot trees everywhere.
Don't forget the fish ponds Papa made by hand.
And the billy goats, the rabbits, the rooster, and sheep that ran around like they own the pinche place.
And at certain times of the year, the scent of wild night jasmine filled the ravines.
I think he's got the picture, sis.
Sacred land, Fernando. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise.
Hey, hermana, take it easy. We're holding up the game. Let's let the man pitch.
You're not my father,
0-2 as Fernando returns to the game. The youngster may have gotten dust in his eye. Light winds have been known to whip around the infield. He looked positively possessed from here. He's looking into Socia now for the sign. Here comes that wacky windup. The high kick. We got a fly ball into right field. Pedro Guerrero turning now and makes the grab. And so, Valenzuela keeps the Astros on the launching pad. At the end of half an inning, the Astros nothing. The Dodgers coming up. And boy, oh boy, do we have an unusual beginning to the 20th season here at Chavez Ravine, que la chingada.
La Loma Boogie, La Loma Boogie, La Bishop Boogie, La Bishop Boogie, Palo Verde. That's where my baby's from.
¿Qué hubo? My name is Manazar, and I'm a poet who died here not too long ago. So they spread my ashes all through these hills. Now, before we proceed with the play, I have to read you the rules. Hey, it's my job as your dead poet / ghost president / narrator de Vice que la chingada. Now, I got them written right here. Rule number 1, the other actors will pretend not to hear or see me. Okay. Rule number 2, only you, the audience, can hear or see me. So feel free to buy me a drink after the show. Rule number 3, any similarity between me and the stage manager in our town is purely coincidental. Órale now, I want to talk about this photograph right here. I see uncles, I see primas, I see my sister. Oh, mira, there's Joe Guerra and his brother Johnny. Oh, there's Father Tomas. You see that morenito kid right there in the middle? That's me with my carnal. They used to call me Noño. Hey, Noño. My neighbors were Italians, Slavs, Russians, some Germans, but for the most part, it was puro mexicanada, puro frijol. We had everything here, man, a malt shop, a beauty parlor, and on Friday and Saturday nights, we would go to the dances. Oh, yeah. Sometimes the pachucos came. Man, those guys were like our knights in shining armor. They had a language all their own.
Órale, Highton! Ahí te watch on the ramps with the two crazy rucas chichonas de Mary Queen of Angels, ese. Simón que yes, es el vato loco homeboy Simón que yes, ese.
That was easy for him to say.
La tuya, pinche Noño.
Noño. We all had nicknames back then. Let's see, there was
Whitey.
Yeah.
Willie 77. Right. Tarzan. Speedy.
Silent Joe, Shy, you bettas will.
Pee-wee, Pegleg, Peanut,
El Ripper, Golpes, Old Buttermilk Sky,
La Living Monster, Noño, Little Blackie, Headlights, Six Pack, Mocoso,
And once.
We called him Once, 11, because he always had a runny nose. His twin brother was 12, because he had a hair lip. Ay, noño! And then there was 2 nickel donuts. She would roll her stockings all the way down to her ankles, so it looked like she had donuts on top of her shoes. Sometimes they called me El Peludo, the hairy guy, because when we went skinny diving, you know, the guys would see the hairs all over my body, and they said I looked like
King Kong!
And I was only 10 years old, too. Bobby, Pete, and me, we roamed the whole area up here. Bishop's Road, Effie Road, Puto Hill. Climbed every darn tree. Swam in the LA River. Big rocks. Clean water. Earth, not concrete. Big trout. You could cast a line. We go skinny diving in there. Walk downtown, Lincoln Avenue, La Temple, La Broadway, La Chinatown. Take all the coins out of the good luck fountains, hop to the trolley, over to the Coliseum and jump the fence. Or we'd hang out all day at Elysian Park, drinking moonshine, smoking reefer. Radio was big. On Sunday nights, we'd gather around and listen to Baby Snooks, Amos and Andy, the Red Skeleton. Oh, see, we had our own comedians, too. Oh, yeah, we had a little stage. Hey, it's still there. We'd get up there and talk all kinds of trash. But Nicky Apodaca, he was the main one.
Okay. Hey, Nicky! Okay, shut up.
You're funny,
Okay. Thank you. Ladies and Germanys. Carnales y carnalas. Buenas nalgas. Okay, shut up.
You're funny, Nicky.
Okay, shut up.
You make my boxer hurt.
Shut up, I got a joke. Okay. Okay, shut up. What kind of chickens do they raise up here in Chavez Ravine?
What kind, Nicky?
Mexican chickens. They lay eggs with the chorizo already inside. Get it? Already inside. Okay, shut up. Okay, shut up. Okay, shut up. I got another one. Shut up. Okay, shut up. Okay. What kind of cans do they shoot over at the police academy?
What kind, Nicky?
Mexicans! Get it?
That's not funny!
It is funny. It's a different kind of funny.
Oh, come on, guys. Settle down. Shut up.
It's ironical. It's funny.
Shut up. Okay, come on. Okay. I got another joke. Okay. How many coppers does it take to find a stolen jukebox up here in Chavez Ravine?
How many, Nicky?
1, because there's only 1 plug in the whole pinche neighborhood. There's only one plug.
Nicky died on stage that day. And later in Korea. That was our community. Familias tucked away in those baby Santa Monica mountains. That's something you can never erase from your cabeza.
La loma boogie, la loma boogie, la bishop boogie, la bishop boogie, Palo Verde. That's where my baby's from.
Slow down, Wilkinson. You walking too fast.
Come on, Richard. Oh, you architects don't get out much, do you? No. Well, aren't these rolling hills of Chavez Ravine a perfect site for a brand new housing project? Huh? The sunshine, the fresh air, you take it in, man.
But I cannot breathe.
Well, what do you think of the land, Richard Neutra?
I'm quite taken by this rural area. Surrounded by rugged hills and rustic unpaved roads.
These rustic roads are dangerous and impassable after the hard rains, my friend.
I find it astonishing that modern downtown Los Angeles is only 2 miles away from this charming Aztec village.
It's a shanty town, Dick.
Down on Bishop's Road, I ate tacos with old men. I even met a Negro family on relief.
A Negro family on relief? Why, that's terrific. Don't you see, man? These are exactly the kind of folk that'll benefit most from your modular, low-slung, abstractly asymmetrical buildings.
Exactly. But I'm afraid, Frank, that it might not be possible to develop this area without destroying its rich assets.
Oh, but it is possible.
No.
But only with the modern designs of Richard Neutra, possibly the greatest architect of the 20th century.
Oh, you make me blush.
No, Richard, you build it. You build our dream project right here in these hills. You build it, you genius, you master of shape, you Bauhaus boheme, you. You build it, and it is you and Robert Alexander they're going to remember, not Frank Lloyd what's-his-name.
My legacy? Keep talking, Frankie.
As site manager for the Housing Authority for the City of Angels, I will name this project Elysian Park Heights.
Not bad, Frank. Not bad.
Think of it, Dick. Thanks to the Federal Housing Act of 1949, why we now have the resources to realize my dream. A dream for all Los Angeles. A city without slums. Real homes for the people, I tell you. Will you come along with me to make history, Richard Neutra? Don't make me drag this Latin jazz combo all over town. Are you with me, Dick?
Jawohl. I can see it, Frank.
Look, Dickie boy, a woodpecker building a home.
Biological realism. Natural ingenuity.
Say, kid, where are you from, Mars?
Austria.
Terrific. Listen, let's go downtown and present our master plan.
Our master plan?
Our master plan. Come on.
Meanwhile, in the shadows of downtown, two mysterious men meet.
This public housing program is stinko, I tell you. It's like 3-day-old fish, and I ain't buying.
Mayor Bowron and his liberal do-gooders have been able to muster up plenty of letters from the feds to build their dream houses.
100 million clams, and they don't have to answer to anybody.
I smell a red rat, I tell you.
We gotta put a stop to it, see?
I got 40 acres up in the ravine, and I ain't selling at their price, see?
I got 3 lots up Bunker Hill with the DWP. That's still the big game in town.
Not this subsidized housing for the poor. Cry me the LA River.
That's un-American, I tell you.
That land should be used for private real estate interests.
That's right. Preserve the free enterprise system for all Americans, and I mean all Americans. Except the Japs, the Chinks, the Spics, the Hebes, the Fags, and the Niggers. I leave anybody out?
Yeah, the Mix, the Guineas, and the Krauts.
Them too. We need to stop the Housing Authority before they break ground, see?
Hell's bells, how we gonna do that?
Light is the one thing communist vermin cannot stand. And publicity is the most effective way a free society can control them.
Say, what's the big idea you sneaking up on us with that dramatic voice and all?
Yeah. Who are you?
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 You first.
You first.
You first.
All right. I'm Mr. Mover, he's Mr. Shaker.
That's right, we're the Pep Boys. What's your racket, fella?
Spell.
Let's just say I share your interest, gentlemen. You can call me the Watchman.
The Watchman? Hey, Watchman, I'll take a Rolex for Hanukkah.
Save the comedy for Howdy Doody. You want to stop the Housing Authority?
Sure we do. Plenty awful.
We need to kill this public housing project by calling it socialistic, see? We need to convince everyone that the top brass at the City Housing Authority are communist infiltrators, see?
We see.
Maybe we'll get Joe McCarthy to make a house call.
Say, Joe McCarthy, swell by me.
Marx is working down at the CHA.
Oh, which one, Groucho or Zeppo?
Why, that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard of.
Shut your pie holes and listen up. I'm putting together a committee. 25 of the most powerful men in Los Angeles. You fellas should come down and take a steam with us at the Jonathan Club.
Say, the Jonathan Club is flossy.
Sure it is. You haven't lived until you've seen Fritz Burns and Asa Carl snapping wet towels at each other.
Ooh. Say, what about Mayor Fletcher Bowron? He's sweet on the housing deal, ain't he?
I'll take care of that. So what do you say, fellas? You're either with us or you're against us.
Well, I can get all my highfalutin real estate pals from Pasadena to Bel Air on board.
I'll call in my marker on the Chamber of Commerce.
Say, Watchman, what are you bringing to the party?
Yeah.
Let's just say the pen is mightier than the sword.
What do you mean by that, fancy fella?
Don't you fellas read the Times?
What a character.
He scared me plenty. I peed in my pantalones.
Look at yous. They can drip dry standing while we grab a burger at Tommy's. Let's roll.
Meanwhile, at the offices of the City Housing Authority,
Los Angeles need 10,000 houses? Brother, and 10,000 more.
Well, what'd you think of the motion picture, boss?
Wilkinson, I'm going to have to ask you to sign a loyalty oath.
A loyalty oath to whom?
To the goddamn U.S. of A., that's who.
Well, supposing I don't sign a loyalty oath, boss.
Supposing you do.
Well, I've done nothing wrong, Mr. Holzendorf.
Look, we got 100 million smackers from Uncle Sam on the line, and the feds already have a burr up their ass with the Hollywood 10.
What's that got to do with the housing authority?
There's a war on communism, Frank. Now sign the oath or we lose the dough.
Well, all right.
That a boy. Now, where's that letter to the Chavez Ravine residence, Frank? It should have gone out months ago.
Well, I'm trying my level best, boss. We've been awful busy. The letter's right here in my satchel. Take a read, boss.
July 24th, 1950. To the families of Chavez Ravine areas. This letter is to inform you that a public housing development will be built on this location for families of low income. The attached map shows the property that is going to be used. The house you are living in is included. You will be visited by representatives of the housing authority who will inspect your house in order to estimate its value. It will be several months before your property is purchased. Later, you will have first chance to move back into the new
Elysian Park Heights development. Dios mío, Mama! Henry, have you read this letter?
One night, it snowed in Chavez Ravine. It really only snowed on a few streets, but it was magical. The kids got up to go to school, but no way did anyone go. We could hardly believe it. White snow falling on La Loma, the muddy streets and cotton willows. Christmas must be coming to Bishop. I just hope St. Nick doesn't lose his way and get jumped in the ravines.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Maria.
Merry Christmas, Henry.
Merry Christmas, mijo.
Hey, Ma.
Oye, where's Soledad and the kids? We should all be together for La Nochebuena, no?
Did you see the snow, Henry? Isn't it beautiful?
It's just swell.
Don't be a Scrooge.
Mama, Soledad and I have been talking.
Qué bueno, mijo. Married couples should talk every once in a while. Your father was so quiet. Are you hungry, Henry?
We have to talk about the city's offer.
Not now, mijo. It's Christmas time. Siéntate.
I think we should take it.
Have you lost your marbles, Henry?
It sounds like a good thing.
It's not a good thing, Henry.
It's good money, Mama.
Well, it's not about the money, mijito.
Look, I talked to the housing authority man yesterday. They'll pay what the house is worth.
You talked to the gringo behind Mama's back?
Yeah, I did. I've been wanting to move out of here for a long time.
Well, I don't want to move out of here, Henry. This is where you were born. And this is where your abuelos died.
This place is full of pinche ghosts.
You watch your mouth at Christmas time, Henry.
I'm sorry, Ma.
This is where my compadres are, Henry.
Your compadres are moving.
That's not so.
Don't you want to move to San Gabriel?
I hate San Gabriel.
What about San Fernando?
I hate San Fernando more than I hate San Gabriel.
Saints make lousy cities, soldier boy.
Mama, Soledad and I are gonna sell the house.
What did you just say, mijo?
We're selling, Ma.
No, mijo, no. Your daddy gave that casita to you and your brother Arturo, rest in peace.
My father didn't give a shit. He left that house. He left you.
Desgraciado.
Go ahead and leave then, Henry. I'm staying here with Mama.
What do you know, little sis? You're too busy hanging around those pachucos and reds at the Union Hall.
Those Reds are going to help us fight the city.
Sooner or later, you're going to have to sell, and the longer you wait, the less they offer.
I don't care about money. I'm Red, remember?
You better watch what you're saying, little sis.
Ya basta.
We're going to stay.
Well, stay here then with your billy goats and your hand-me-downs.
Cállense los dos already, both of you. Hank, you do what you have to do. You have your own familia now. Your sister and I are staying put. But you do me a favor, huh? Si vendes tu casa, if you dare sell that little casita that your father built with his hands, his sweat, and his blood, don't look back, mijo. Because you will never set foot in my casa again, ¿me entiendes?
Henry, wait! Where are you going?
Soledad is waiting for me. We're going to stay with her family in Boyle Heights for a while.
Ma's just trying to keep us all together.
I have my own family to worry about now.
Don't you remember when Dad left here?
Sure I do.
He waved at us and then just walked away.
He walked all the way to the Mexican border looking for work, they said.
The guy just disappeared.
I'm not my old man, Maria.
You're taking the kids away from Mama.
It's a free country, little sis. I'm taking my GI Bill in the city dough and never looking back. I'm going to give my kids more than footprints in the dirt and chicken shacks. It's a goddamn slum up here.
You don't mean that, Henry.
Sure I do, Maria. There's a world over this hill. And I fought for it. Our brother Arturo died for it, and I want my kids to see it. We're gonna move west, Maria.
West?
Echo Park, maybe.
You can't afford Echo Park.
There's nothing here.
We have everything here.
I gotta go.
So long, Henry. Feliz Navidad.
Henry never set foot in his mother's house again. Hey, $6,000 seemed like a fortune back then. When I left La Bishop, I was riding in the back of my father's pickup truck. I didn't even have time to say goodbye to my friends. Nada. I was just sitting in the back, looking at the houses, trying to memorize the streets, the trees, the gullies, the little arroyos. I tried to burn it into my cabeza so that I would never forget.
Our story continues next time. I'm Susan Loewenberg, producing director of LA Theater Works.